Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. As you can see today, we're going to be working into the grass fields. Mowing has already started, of course. The grass field down by Earl, that's been mowed and tedded. Now I'm working on these two grass fields here. Also, in between episodes, I got all of the sorghum fields rolled because I got to roll the grass fields today. I want to do so much rolling. It drove myself nuts even. You guys would have seen a whole bunch of it because I would have edited it out anyways, but I got that done. And yes, all the trees that we cut down, just the ones we cut down, I didn't cut any extra ones down, have been brought over into the mill. That was in the morning hours. We had just shy of 60,000 liters of wood in there. So that's going to be good for a little while. Because I kind of changed my plans a little bit on the sawmill. Not upgrading it, but it's when I was going to upgrade it. I thought, well, we'll sell the planks in July like always, but I think when we sell the fabric, instead of paying so much off on the loan, which is a good idea, I'd rather spend the I think it's going to be 66,000 to upgrade the sawmill. Upgrade the sawmill sooner rather than later just to get the double the production going. And that way I will have a little bit of extra planks to sell when July comes, and then I can just take all that money in a couple more months and put that towards the loan. I still think we're going to have some money to get the loan maybe below $1 million. We're sitting at $1,085,000 on the loan, I think. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. The fabric price, of course, is going up. Keeping my eye on that as the day goes on. The stock market, as I guess I'm going to start calling it, is telling me May is always the best month, but the price gets up high enough, we'll go ahead and sell it earlier. And I also need to, we're going to be swapping out our trailers as well. The trailer we have originally was for the bales and some planks. Pallets of planks, of course, and fabric. I have a little bit of an issue when I go to sell the items, though, to where the axle is for the trailer. When things start to sell off it, well, it kind of lifts the tractor off the ground. So getting a different trailer would be good. And we're also going to be getting an auto loader just because it's starting to get to be a lot of pallets that we're going to be loading. So sometimes I'll do it manually, sometimes I'll do it auto loading style. We'll kind of just pretend that the store is loading it for us when it comes time to. But I think the first time we use it, it will be auto loading, which, fingers crossed, it should be today. I'm like 90% sure we'll be selling the fabric today. All I got to do is take care of these grass fields, which first off we got to mow, and then ted, then windrow, get the bales off the field, because then I got to go into the field with the rollers. The question was asked about the grass field. If I waited longer, does the grass grow taller? Crops do have a max growth height, and the grass is currently at that. So waiting another month, which I could have, because I still could have got 2 more cut cycles in this year. The grass was already at its max height, so waiting another month, I'm not going to get more out of the field than we already have. So I just rather get it done now instead of waiting until the end of the year. I don't know if we're going to get 2 more cuts of silage, or is it going to be 1 more cut of silage and then another cut of hay. I think it all depends on the training facility that we got to put down and how much that is going to take. So as long as we keep the horses and the sheep fed with the hay, and then I got enough extra stockpiled, then we'll go ahead and make silage bales. We were making really good money at the beginning of the series. Of course, any money from silage bales or anything at that point was good money. Now the money is really coming from the fabric and the planks as well. And also now selling the sheep. Just selling the sheep is bringing in some good money. Which next month we should have 13 more sheep ready to be sold. So yeah, all the grass is mowed here. So we'll go ahead and put the mower away. We'll hook up the windrower. The Deutz is already ready to go with the tedder. Let's put the mower... No, the roller goes there. Oh, wait. Okay, so yeah, the way I do it is the tedder's got to go in before the roller. That's what's going on there. I was like, something's weird here. This went there, but where does the tedder go? The tedder went behind the mower. So I got to wait a moment. Just a moment. I was going to hire Frank or whoever to ted behind me But I figured, nah, we can get it done. We can get it done ourselves. Doesn't take too long. Now, part of me was thinking after I got the trees cleared out by the sawmill to go ahead and get the stump grinder and get rid of those stumps so I can cut just a little bit more grass, but it took me an hour just to take care of the trees, roll the sorghum fields, and get the grass field down by Earl taken care of. So I need to get this done, and just getting a little bit extra grass would be nice, but it's not a necessity that we get it done this time around. But yes, upgrading the sawmill, that means we're going to go through the wood twice as fast, but I think we got a good supply of wood around here. So currently the sawmill uses 5,000 liters a month. Of course, if we double the production, that means it's going to use 10,000 liters. Currently, with the amount of wood we got in there, I can go 6 months. So if I start cutting down the rest of the trees, and of course we got all these spruce trees growing, we got 40 spruce trees behind that set of trees, and we got the stone pines that were planted. I think we're okay on wood for, I don't want to say the rest of the time that we have here in Selendra, but we should be good for quite a long time. And if we do run out of wood, it's not going to be the biggest deal at that point, because at that point I'm pretty sure we'll have the loan paid off, and yeah, the farm will be self-sufficient without that amount of wood coming on in. So I don't know if we'll be planting more trees or not. I have no idea currently. No idea currently. Yeah, so I was thinking about hiring Frank or someone to be behind me, but like I said, you know, we could do it ourselves. And I really haven't shown the grass work on this map that much recently, so I figured today would be a good day to do it. Needs to be done. And really, with the mower's working speed is 14, and the tedder is only at 9. So I remember before I had to keep waiting for Frank to catch up. And I was like, all right, so am I saving myself time? Am I not saving myself time? It's one of those kind of dilemmas that you get yourself into. It's like, is it worth it? And today I just felt like, yeah, nah. I feel like tedding some grass today. We won't have that much to do, and then of course windrowing won't take too long. But when it comes to making hay, the amount of more processes you got to go through, yeah, it's a little bit. It's a little bit extra. That's why making silage can be really good when you got like a mowing set that can put the grass into a windrow for you. Makes life a little bit easier. Of course, I do know there are mods out there that we could have just picked up the grass, put it into a dryer, and that would dry the grass, but we're not going to be doing that here. We don't actually have that much to go through, and I don't think it'd be worth it to pay for an expensive production building. It's kind of funny for me to get back to basics once in a while, doing the, should I say, normal stuff, or the stuff that we used to do all the time before all these mods have come out. Have it do all the work for you. On a big farm, yes, it definitely pays off. On a small farm like this, it's definitely something that we can manage ourselves. I do think I ended up buying like the smallest tedder on the market. An upgrade would not hurt for sure. But I do like to be able to use the Deutz doing the tedding. I mean, we don't need to go to the extreme side of getting a bigger tedder. But if I'm going to do hay twice a year, could be something we may upgrade in the future. Maybe something double the working width. This must be like a 5 or 6 meter. Actually, it's a 4.4 meter wide one, but I will say the pickup area, the AOE of this tedder seems to be a little bit wider than the implement actually shows. But that's fine. I don't know if it's making it disappear or if it actually is pulling in and tedding it. And now, at least with the hay, we do have a home for it. We got a nice little bale shed to pop these into. Keep them nice and dry throughout the time that they're here in the farm before they get consumed. Let's go ahead and put the tedder away. And now let me to be able to put the mower away as well. I did have a quick look on the mod hub as well for a possible replacement for the Fiat. Yeah, I was looking at medium tractors as well, because medium tractors can be under 200 horsepower. And I didn't really find anything other than the Valtra Valma, really, which would... I mean, there's plenty of tractors that would fit the category of under 200 horsepower, but I'm trying to keep in the theme of the area that we're in. And also try not to also use newer kind of tractors as well. So trying to go like the, you know, I don't know tractors that well, but I think both these tractors may be from, you know, no later than the mid-80s. I think the Fiat could be from the 80s. The Deutz could be a lot older than that. The one thing I do have to take in consideration, because I've done it before, those fields in front of me, I own. So let's not turn around in those fields that I've done in the past. That barley is looking good. So let me go ahead and get this headland right here. So that'll at least probably stop me from driving into those fields and damaging the crop. I'm hoping with the additions of the fields that we have purchased in the past 6 months here in the farm, and replanting them with crops for the chickens, mainly wheat, barley, I'm hoping those crops there will, you know, by feeding the chickens that, they'll save the sorghum for the horses. The oats, I'm questioning a little bit if that's going to be enough for the horses in the training facility. Just a reminder, the training facility, the horses in that building do not take sorghum, so that's why we've been planting oats and stockpiling it. And next month in game, we will be using the training facility. We don't have it yet, but yeah, the whole process, a lot's going to happen here in the next month, just by selling the fabric, which will allow for the training facility to be put down. The original 6 horses that we have, they're all at 99% reproductive stage. So next month they'll have some offspring, and then the ones that could fit their little ponies into that stable, we'll take the ones that reset, and we'll bring those 4 horses over. And once we do that, then the other 2 horses that are left of the original 6, they will have their offspring as well. And we'll probably bring those over as well. But I'm just going to bring the original 4 over because I want to see, you know, if it's actually, are we making a profit on the horses itself? As for getting our money back on the training facility and all the money we put into it, on this series here, I don't think we'll get our money back on it, but I could be surprised. But I just want to see, because each horse that we're going to be putting there is worth $5,000. So bringing the original 4 horses over, that'll be, you know, $20,000 worth of horses. The question is, after they're trained and we sell them, do we actually get more money for them? Which I hope we do. I didn't really look at the best price. When I tested the mod, it's getting to be a long time ago now, more than 6 months ago at this point. It was kind of confusing. I was just testing the mod up, make sure, you know, the product going in is the product that we're getting out. But all the product really said was the more value the horse is when you put in, the more value you'll get out of it when it's produced into a trained horse. So we'll know in, I don't know how long the process takes to go from a horse to a trained horse. We'll know soon-ish. I would assume within like 2 or 3 more episodes we'll know. We'll get a good idea. Yeah, with grass fields now that I'm doing the rolling, I don't want to say it's a rush to get the grass field done and re-roll the same day. Of course, I could always just go around, if I miss the rolling, I could always just go around and put artificial fertilizer on it, and I could do it pretty much whenever. But we got the roller. Fertilizer costs money. The roller, since we already own it, doesn't. But really, it doesn't take that long to roll the grass fields. Just gotta remember, can't forget about Earl's grass field, so I'll have to go up there and windrow that, and then go around with the baler. That may take a little while to get those baled, all this hay baled. And then, of course, we do have our lovely auto-loading baling trailer. So it won't take long to pick up the bales, roll the fields, and then we just wait for the price of the fabric to reach what it should be. And then we'll check the market for our trailer, see if it's on sale, which, you know, it's got to come up for sale within the next 12 hours or so. So very unlikely that will happen. I almost have enough money to buy it as is, but we'll be selling our other trailer, so I'll make up the difference. It's $19,000 for that trailer that I want, and we're sitting at $14,000. But I think I can get like 11 grand for our current trailer that we have. I probably should come on down to the field over here by Earl with my chainsaw and cut down some of these trees. I think that every time I'm working this field on the edges, the overhead view just gets blocked on the other side quite a bit, and I don't know how many times I've run into those fences over there. By this point, in real life, they would have been knocked down, pretty much. Only when I'm windrowing. When I mow or ted, I'm fine. It's the windrower that always seems to give me the issues. If I could just get a little bit better with it on the edges over there, we'd be fine. Time for the next step, which is baling. I'm going to reset the bale counter. At least I should be able to. Yeah, I think I got the Premier DLC activated, so it should be resettable. Drop that off there. Of course, I could just count the bales in the autoloader after we get done, but it'd be nice to know as I'm going along. I gotta remember what button that is. Is it Control N? Yeah, Control N for me resets it. How to change that. Alright, so we got the automatic drop is on. We'll lower the pickup. And we are good to go. Just got to remember to stop when it gets full. And try to pick up all the pieces that I'm missing afterwards. Be good. And hope that the Fiat doesn't have any fits today with its with its transmission locking up on me. With all the forward and backwards I'm doing here. I am just going to leave it at the 100, I think about 150 centimeter. I'm just going to leave it at 150 centimeter just because I don't want to put it at 180, then get like a little bit of liters in here. And then if I go do silage bales, I have one bale that's always out of whack. So let's leave it at 150. We got plenty of room in the bale shed. I don't think I'll ever have 250 bales in there. And so far I haven't thrown any fabric or anything like that into those. Bale number 2. usually get like a full trailer and then a little bit extra, so we should end up with around like 20. Oh, great. Isn't that 24 bale autoloader that we have? I expect it's like 26 to 28 bales, somewhere in there. Should be a good yield. I mean, all the grass fields were at 100, well, sorry, 98% because we don't mulch. But they've been rolled and they're all taken care of rather well. But of course, the only way we're going to know what we get is when we get done and we actually have a number showing us what we have. Well, honestly, at this point, I'll be happy if we just hit 20 bales. That'd be nice. Yeah, we're already... I mean, we made it to 15, and we got number 16 getting ready to be popped out, but we are on our last field over by Earl. I think I'm just remembering the number I used to get for silage bales. Of course, when you make those bales, they're grass. And I'm guessing the amount of liters for a grass bale is different for a hay bale at the same size. And I don't remember what those bale sizes were for grass. But, you know, you get what you get. So, yeah, I don't remember. And I don't have any silage bales I can walk up to and say, oh, yeah. They may be like 5,500 liters for a grass bale, and for hay bales, we're getting up to 6,500 liters. I think that's what a silage bale is, 5,500. So if you're, of course, cramming more liters into a bale, you're going to get less. Which is fine, it's less I got to pick up and manage. Don't make me stop on the hill. I will say I am asking a lot of this Fiat to be pulling a baler up a hill like that. But it gets the job done. I'm glad I always decide to leave the weight on the front, because anytime I come working over here, going uphill like that with that much weight behind me, the front end used to lift off the ground just a little bit and made it harder to steer. But now it's nice and easy to steer up the hill. This field yields always pretty darn well. Well, looks like we will at least hit 20 bales. When I pick up the bales, I'm going to come over here first with the autoloader, because I don't want to come over here with a semi-full trailer and get like 3 bales and end up with a full trailer and have still 2 bales left in here. Come here first, we'll grab these. See, the shadow is getting longer and longer in the field, which means the sun's going down. Although it is only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I wonder how that fabric price is looking. I was hoping to sell that fabric today, and I was almost pretty darn sure that I would be. Grass work sure does take a lot of time, but it's something that needs to be done. So let me turn off the baler as I try to make this corner going uphill and push another hay bale out of the way. I was noticing earlier that I hit 26 hours on the Fiat. Pretty good amount of time for a small farm. But And then again, I do use this tractor for like 90% of the work, I think. So 21 bales is what we're going to get, because I'm not going to get another full one, that's for darn sure. It's not quite as well as I thought we were going to get, but still pretty darn good. That's right, I got this little bit of a mess as I leave here. I always leave this for leaving rather than coming in because, yeah, going uphill, the baler wouldn't like it. And there is some extra hay there, but I'll leave that for next time. I would wave goodbye to Earl, but I'll be coming right back here very shortly with the trailer to pick up the bales. I'm his entertainment for the day, I think. I've been by here so many times, coming and going with all the different equipment. Well, with knowing that we made 21 bales, it's good to know, because when I go pick up all these bales, I should have 21. And if I don't, I gotta go looking for what I missed. But I should be able to get it all on this trailer. I think this trailer does hold 24. Go around clockwise, that way the pickup can be on the hedge side of the fields. Get the ones closest to the trees. Just thinking of if I still had the old setup with just the Pottinger mower on the front and doing it that way, how long it would have taken me to get this grass fields all taken care of. I think with the current setup, it has saved me half the amount of time than before. And let's not even talk about going around picking up the bales with a telehandler and putting them back on the trailer that way. Did I get all the bales down there? Looks like I did. Like I said, we'll find out here very shortly. This is 20, and that's one more. That's 21. Yeah, we got them all. Alright, so in order to put these... let's not drive through here in case I accidentally sell them. I don't know if they'll actually automatically sell off this trailer, and I think you gotta unload them first. So I probably could drive through there and not have a problem, but let's not chance it. So we'll drive around the back way. I mean, we already got the opening here. And I should be in the trigger. So the second I hit, wait a second, second I hit this, they all disappear. And they should all have gone right into our lovely little bale shed. Wait for our trailer to get back into working position so I can fold it back on up. Put this back away, then we'll have to grab our roller, and that is the last step I need to do with the grass fields today, which is taking me still longer than I was hoping it wouldn't take me. It's been over an hour here working on these grass fields. And that's with you guys. And I did some work beforehand. Alright, let's go ahead and drop that off. I left the roller in the yard, I think. Not put away, but it's in the yard. Yeah, April is a busy month for us, with the sorghum needing to be planted, and the grass fields seem to be right at that sequence as well. Alright, let's go ahead and get the grass fields done here first. This won't take that long. I mean, each step doesn't take that long. It's just that there's so many steps in cutting, tedding, windrowing, baling, picking up, and then rolling. A lot of steps. But we need the hay, of course, for the animals. And we should have a good stockpile to get us through the third cut. And probably even longer than that. But it's good to know. Yeah, this episode I was kind of hoping to get to even be putting down the training facility, but I think at this point here, we're probably going to have to keep all that until next time, which means selling the fabric, getting our new trailer, selling the older trailer, putting down the training facility. We'll be putting the horses into the training facility. We'll be all focused on that, upgrading the sawmill, and then we'll see if we got any time to cut down some more trees and shove them into the sawmill, at least get us by until fall time, like November. We'll have to see how long it takes us. Sometimes I think I'm going to get so much work done in an episode, then you start doing the farming, then you realize, okay, it's taking me longer than I thought. And there's other times like, I'm only going to get this done, and you get it done rather quickly, and it's like, oh, I got time to do some other stuff. And today it's all been grass work. Yeah, I am hoping that with all that we're going to be doing, we'll still have enough cash left over to pay off on the loan and get that, even if it's getting the loan down to $995,000, as long as it's not at $1 million or over. And then, of course, after we buy all that stuff and upgrade the sawmill, we really don't have to buy anything else that I can currently think of. So when next year rolls around and we got $300,000 worth of fabric, that will all be going towards the loan. And of course the planks will have, well, whatever we have for planks. I always forget. I think we usually get about $100,000 worth of planks to sell. So if we double production, we'll have $200,000. Yeah. And of course, as we know, selling the sheep. So, I mean, do I want to set a goal that, I mean, it'll be a long stretch, but by the end of next season, not have a loan at all? That could be a good goal to go for. It's going to be kind of tight in doing so, but I think it's something that it's possible. It is possible. I actually think that the roller that we have is almost the same working width as our spreader that we have. So if I was either putting artificial fertilizer down or a roller, I think the working width is the same. One thing about rolling the grass field after you get done, you can kind of see all the hay that you missed. And it looks like I missed quite a few patches of hay over here. Looks like a lot, but as we all know, if I were to put that in the baler, it might be like 40, 50 liters, possibly. Maybe a little bit more. Well, next time I windrow this grass field up, it'll be swept on up. Whether I'm making hay or silage, it'll be put into the baler either way. At the start of my recording session, or before I started recording, when I was doing all the rolling in the sorghum fields and all that, I had a full tank of fuel. The repair status was looking rather well. And now I've used half a tank of fuel. And it's hard to tell on the wear status on the tractor itself because I got the roller on here. But all of our fields and grass fields are set now for another 3 months. Grass fields for 3 months. And May, June, and July is the month we harvest oats. Do I got that correct? I think it's July. So the next few months will be just taking care of the animals, production buildings, upgrading the farm. And I am hoping that all the fields that we have is sufficient enough to feed all the animals that we currently have, and I don't have to buy more land. It's like one more pass, and I can call it a day. Well, at least for field work. Don't know when I'll be selling the fabric. That could be... I don't think it's going to be now. I think the price is still going to be going up, so I'll have to wait on it. When we get back to the farm, we'll have a quick check to see what the price is. And currently what we would get. The last time I checked, it was $270,000 with the fabric that we had. I'm guessing it's going to be higher. Well, can't be lower. If it's lower, then someone's stealing the fabric. I mean, now that our spruce trees are tall enough, I could try doing the firewood again. Now that we got a full-size spruce tree. And I wonder when will the stone pine trees hit their first really good growth stage. Yeah, these horses, though, should be all set on feed and everything for a little while. Yeah, so the stock page. Oh, yeah, I was checking out. Yeah, we're just 85,000 over the million, so I'm hoping we get that below $1 million when we do the fabric. See, we're paying $36.16 in loan payments, but what we're really here for is the fabric. $38.18 best price usually is higher than that. And if we were to sell it at that price, we can get $280,000. But of course, as I wait longer, we're producing more fabric, which is good. Planks, we're up to $76,000 worth in July. But we could, up that production a little bit. So, let's see, it's April, so we got May, June. Still got 3 more months to make planks at the current rate that we are. So we could hit $100,000 then, which would be nice, because all that will be going towards the loan, I do believe. And some of you will be leaving tomorrow to go to a training facility. All fingers crossed. Yeah, I know. It's going to be very exciting. Of course, I could check now, but by tomorrow, I think our oats will be hit the second growth stage. Instead of, when we do put down the training facility, I've been talking about putting a road through there. I think we'll just drive through the crop, and whatever crop we destroy, and we'll take care of it after the harvest season. Which, I kept saying July, but when is the oats? It is July. It's barley that's in June. So, that field right over there that we purchased in the middle of winter that had barley into it, this field over here should be ready in June, actually. So we'll get a little bit of the harvesting done. And this field's in very good shape. 98% yield bonus. Probably the only thing they didn't do was mulch it. And of course, we just planted these oats as well. And when everything is taken care of, we'll plow this little strip right here, merge these two fields together, and possibly make wheat or oats. It all depends on how much feed the training facility goes through when we put horses into there. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.